Good day to all of you. I'm happy to take you through the educational channel to empower the students and to enlighten the corporate houses. We also integrate and help the students to fulfill the gaps and to address the needs of the students before they set their foot on the corporate houses. Most of them will be familiar with me and receive me in your campuses, talking to you and training on skill set programs. I really missed you all during this pandemic season. For those who joined in new, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Carolyn Mercy, CEO and Managing Director of Crystal Crown. I'm also a mentor and a coach for MNCs and international companies. We have a wonderful team working along with me, fully committed to fill in the gaps in the skill set programs. As I've been handling many sessions at campuses and meeting colleges, me and my team have witnessed many unanswered questions for education, life skill programs, plus the requirements and the expectations from corporate sectors. This channel will bring experts from various fields who are educationists, entrepreneurs, managing directors, scientists who tasted success in all walk of their lives, and they will share you the real-time experience with you. They are real-time people, they're heading companies, they set up their own companies, train many in their fields, and they're also the achievers in their own walk of their life. Join me in the series of talk show, followed by the modules presented by the eminent speakers who will speak on the various subjects, will be very useful for the students and for the corporate houses. For students, for all their unanswered questions and expectations to enter the corporate sectors will be fulfilled through this channel, and hope it will be useful for everyone. You are welcome for any feedback and suggestions. Do subscribe and share with your peers so that you don't miss out on any updates and latest videos. Enjoy your valuable sessions. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you?
Excellent, sir. So we come across many kind of therapies, in day-to-day life. So can you please tell about what is CBT?
Yeah, CBT is a form of therapy. It's an evidence-based form of therapy, and it is practiced all over the world. And it is also therapists, they practice this for very serious disorders like depression, anxiety disorders, personality disorders, and it is found very effective. The prime crux of the CBT is that there are automatic thoughts that a person has, it keeps running. And these automatic thoughts that we have can be about ourselves, it can be about others, it can be about how the world works. And these thoughts play a very crucial role in the way we are. And sometimes very negative thoughts leads to various disorder also, even including depressions. So CBT focuses to a large extent on fine-tuning these thoughts in a way that are adaptive, helpful, and makes our life easy and helps us to move forward in life.
Wonderful, sir. So we are talking about the thought. So can you please tell us how a thought impacts the life of a student?
Yes. In fact, thoughts, the way we perceive life, the way we look at life, the way we perceive ourselves, our self-esteem, our confidence, they all, I would say, are rooted in our thoughts, right? When a student has this feeling that I can't, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, and this is too difficult. Nothing is difficult or easy. You take a book and we can say it's so difficult. It's just a perception. So nothing is difficult or easy. It's our mind that makes things difficult or easy. And so there are certain thoughts that help us. In fact, I would even say for human beings, our thoughts are our greatest asset. We are not physically as strong as a lion or an elephant. But we rule because we have this ability to think and solve and innovate. And sometimes what happens is, instead of using these thoughts for our betterment, we use it to get stressed out, and we use it for getting depressed, feeling bad, unnecessarily worry. And there are many students who sometimes worry so much about their future, and they worry about whether they will succeed in life. They worry about various assignments, and if those thoughts could be managed, and replaced with certain helpful thoughts, things would start happening. No, it's not actually, life is not that difficult as much as sometimes the mind makes it so. So one can move forward if one can address those negative thoughts and replace it with adaptive thoughts, helpful thoughts.
It looks so interesting. Can we go in depth more about the thoughts?
Yes. In fact, the best aspect of CBT is that it has done a lot of research in terms of our thoughts and the distortion that we have. See, we know there are software like Photoshop, and there are so many other softwares where an image can be changed. Right. You can add a lot of brightness, you can make the image big or small. The same thing automatically happens in our mind. Now there are certain things we exaggerate it, we make it big, we sometimes we change. One of the aspects that I would like to say is there are many aspects to the way we distort our thoughts. One aspect is called filtering in CBT. Filtering is you start looking only for negative incidents. Okay. So when something goes wrong, you take it very seriously, you think about it and you think about it, and you are obsessed with that, why this thing went wrong. Something positive happens, you don't even notice it. Another negative things happen, again you think about it and you worry so much about it, why this has to happen to me, why me, right? So filtering is a process where you filter out all the positive things and you remember only the negative things that happens in one's life. Mm-hmm. So if someone criticizes you, or if the professor scolds you, or you get a less marks, that is taken very seriously. Right. And the memory is so fresh and so deep. Mm-hmm. Whereas when someone appreciates you, when things go well, there is no memory of it. Okay. So the mind develops a tendency to look only for negative things. Mm-hmm. So this is called filtering. Mm-hmm. There's another form of distortion which is called polarized thinking. Okay. Polarized thinking is to go think in terms of extremes. Mm-hmm. Either extremely confident, I am the Superman, I am going to become a billionaire and all that, with no plan, nothing. Or extremely negative, where I'm nothing, I'm good for nothing, and I'm going to be a total failure. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we tend, this is a thought pattern where either you are on one extreme or you are on the other extreme, which is actually a distortion. Okay. The reality is not neither here, reality is not neither this side. Mm-hmm. So there are many such distortions that we have when it comes to our thoughts. Are we in touch with reality? Right. No, are we balanced? Do we really recognize the tremendous potential that we have? Right. And can we focus right here? Or am I so much worried about future? Right. Or so much worried about something that went wrong maybe yesterday or maybe 10 years back? Right. So where are my thoughts? Am I using my thoughts for something productive, innovative? Right. For my achieving my goals? Arjuna could see only the eye of the bird, we say. He was focused. Right. So when we study, can we just study? Or are there so many other thoughts, and has it become a kind of a habit? Has distraction become a kind of a habit that we are not able to focus even for 5 minutes? In such cases, it is very important that we recognize that, hey, I need to work on my mind. Right. I need a mind that is helpful. I need a mind that helps me achieve my goals and not make my life stressful and anxious sort of life. Because mind is a great asset. Right. Either we can use it to spoil our life, get stressed by using our mind, or we can use our mind for productive purpose. And it's finally boils down to how we use our mind, as an asset or as something like self-destructive.
Interesting, sir. Sir, there are more distractions, in terms of games, entertainments for students. So how the thoughts are getting drifted from their path?
Yeah. See, one of the best way to know whether our thoughts are in the right direction or not is to have a very clear vision. Okay. This is what I want to do in life. Mm-hmm. These are my goals. Mm-hmm. professional goals. This is where I want to be. You know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, his mind was consumed, obsessed with wanting to be the best built man in the world. Okay, so all the time he was thinking about it, and he did. Right? Steve Jobs' mind was obsessed with innovation and taking his organization to the next level.
Right.
So predominantly, what do I think? Okay, so if our thoughts are not directed towards our vision, if our thoughts are not directed towards our goals, it will go everywhere, and we just want to pass time. Whereas that's life is so precious that we can't just allow it to just pass by.
Right.
There are so many things to achieve. There are so many things to experience in life.
Right.
And you seek adventure, and your thoughts are in that direction. You want to do something different. Your thoughts are in that direction. There are so many exciting possibilities, and once your mind is in that direction, all these distractions will automatically go away.
Right.
Because see, we get bored because we don't have a goal.
Right.
We get kind of restless because we have no sense of excitement towards future. But once we have a vision, once we have goals, once we want to make our life count, then our thoughts move in that direction.
Right.
And we will experience momentum, we will experience excitement, and that's automatically we will recognize the unproductive thoughts, and we can keep it aside.
Okay.
So it would start, I would say, to every person, every student, that we need to be very clear in what we want to do with life.
Right.
We need to have a clear vision. It could change later on,
Right.
but this is what I want to achieve. I want to make my life count. I want to tap into my talent, my capability, and be at my best.
Right.
Okay, then everything will fall in place.
Right. If they feel incapable, or if they have something inside, if they don't have something in their mind, I mean, what if they feel the emptiness? So what it leads to?
Yeah, and that's where CBT can definitely make a difference.
Okay.
Because of certain past experiences. We try something, we are not the first rank holder, or we are not the winner in sports, and somehow we tend to conclude that maybe I'm not that good enough, maybe I'm not that smart enough, based on certain past experiences. Okay. And these conclusions then decides our fate, our whole life. Okay. So if we conclude that I'm just an average person, then for the rest of our life we will remain an average. Okay. Unless we challenge this thought that I'm average. Okay. So it's very necessary that we don't take those conclusions that we have drawn from our school life or from our past, or maybe because what other people have told us. Every human being, if you look at a single cell, there are trillions of things happening. And these trillions of cells are coordinating so beautifully. I mean, it's a miracle that who we are. The intelligence that is flowing in us is no ordinary intelligence. Each of us, we are tremendously capable. Just based on past experience, we should not come to this conclusion that I can't. So once we can actually realize that the miracle that we are, the potential that we are, actually there are no limits, and then whole possibilities opens up. And I would say that nobody is less than anybody. Everybody is capable. Of course, we are capable slightly differently. Some may be very good in music, some may be very good in art, some may be good in technology. Each of us, we have our own passions. Right. But each of us, we are capable, and we have potential, and we are, the God's gift is there within us, and we should explore that. And we should not underestimate ourselves. The greatest sin any person can do is to underestimate ourselves. And who is underestimating? Even if others are underestimating us, if we have self-confidence, we can continue to move forward in life. So it is those thoughts, if we can just keep it aside and trust that who we are, and have a clear goal, have a clear vision, everything will start falling in place.
Sir, nowadays there is a term called stress, you know. It's very common between the students and even in the IT field. So what is your point about stress?
In fact, today, most of what we are stressed about is nothing. In olden days, we had real danger. You know, when we were in the jungles, there could be a lion standing next to us. There could be a snake right next to our feet. But today, we don't have that danger. We are a lot more safer. And in olden days, a drought could come, a flood could come. And today, we are so much more safer. But the amount of stress that we go through today, our ancestors never went through. They lived a relaxed life. Once in a while, they would get stressed. And this pattern of thinking is a very dangerous pattern. It harms our health, it harms our life, and it is just the way we are looking at life.
Okay.
You can go through a traffic jam with a lot of stress, full thoughts. You can also go through a traffic jam with peace of mind. Right. It's a way you tune your mind. Right. And you can go through an exam as an opportunity for you to tap into your potential, right. You know, to learn something, and to become a much more knowledgeable person. Or you could go through the exam with a tremendous amount of stress and tension. And not only these exams, but various life challenges we can go through with a lot of challenges. Because even when we work in an organization, there are projects that needs to be delivered, there are presentations that needs to be done. And we could go through a lot of this stress, right. And tension. And this could become a habit. Right. But we could complete a project, whether it's a school project, or whether it's a college project, or whether it's a project that needs to be done at a corporate. We can go through it as with peace of mind, right. By tapping into our creativity, by tapping into our potential, and excel. Right. Or we could go through stress. It's the choice we have. Right. And cognitive behavioral therapy, in other words, is it's very pleasant approach to life. Right. I would say if we can develop peaceful thoughts, helpful thoughts, we don't have to go through stress, right. Unless and until it's an extreme case where most of the small things we can deal with life with an attitude of ease and acceptance, and with an attitude of solution, right. To find solutions, than get stressed about it. Right. If you can list down all your stressful thoughts and cut out all unnecessary stressful thoughts, life will be a lot easier.
Right. So it's all about how we approach the situation. Everything is in our hand. Yeah. How CPT helps in focus and discipline?
Vijay, focus and discipline is one of the most essential element of success. Okay. And we have that natural ability to focus. And we also have this ability to discipline ourselves. Of course, there are times when we want to laze around, when we want to chill, when we want to relax. But when it comes to certain work and we want to bring focus, it's our natural ability. Right. A lot of stressful thoughts, a lot of restlessness, right. If it becomes a pattern, right. Then we start losing focus, right. And we start losing discipline as well. Because the mind is very restless, right. And it has become a habit. Right. So it is very essential that we train our mind to get back that natural state. Because even when a child is playing, the child has focus. Nobody is born with that restlessness or that distraction. So a child can completely focus on a task, a game, or it's a small game or something, and completely be there. One of the reasons is that our mind often goes into past or future. Now when Sachin goes to the field, he can't be thinking about yesterday or tomorrow. Right. He has to be completely be there. Right. His mind, body, everything is there. Right. And when the bowler bowls, his focus is even more sharper. Right. And that skill all of us we have. Right. If we take a book and want to study for half an hour, that qualitative half an hour of focus and discipline is very essential for success. And this is same later on in life also, whether it is in sports or whether it is talking to a friend, we need to be focused. Imagine a friend is saying something very personal and we are distracted. We are not even giving our full attention. So it's a very important. It can be trained, and there are two aspects. One is to, if there are any restlessness, if it is a habit, we can write down all those thoughts and change it with thoughts which are more adaptive, which are more helpful. Okay, this is a restless thought, this is a negative thought, and we can do that and say that, hey, I need, just like how bodybuilders go and build their muscles, I need to create a beautiful garden. There are too many weeds, there is too much of restlessness. I need to remove those weeds and replace it with beautiful flowers so that my mind is at rest, so that it can focus. And by telling ourselves, so even if it's just 1 minute of visualization, say for example a student wants to study just for half an hour, before he starts, if he can just visualize, totally there, and completely his focus and mind is completely there, and very qualitatively he's studying for half an hour. Okay, and then he starts the studies. Like sports people, just before they run a race, they just visualize running and winning. Okay, and so just before you do a task, visualize that, hey, this is going to be for the next half an hour or 2 hours before I take a break, and I'm going to give my best, and I'm going to completely be engaged in this task with whole body, mind, and I'm going to enjoy this. And with that attitude, once you develop, it becomes a habit. Then it start coming to you very naturally. So whether we get degrees or not, we must develop focus and discipline, because that's absolutely essential for success, for happiness. A restless mind, a distracted mind is never happy. So it is absolutely essential. It's a priority that we develop. If you don't have that, we develop that focus and discipline.
Dear friends, hope this session was very informative and useful. If you have any specific ideas to be portrayed on our channel, please do reach us on students@crystalcrown.com. And if you are a college management or a placement officer, please do contact us on colleges@crystalcrown.com. And if you are a corporate professional, please do contact us on corporate@crystalcrown.com for many inspiring videos, which is going to be online and offline. And trust me, every bit of this session is going to be useful, fun-filled and knowledgeable. And stay tuned for these updates on our Instagram and Facebook pages.